Hepatitis B and C, parenteral transmission. Repeated use of injections or reuse of injections, even when small amounts of blood from an infected individual on a used needle or is injected into another person by injecting him with that needle or syringe. Hepatitis can be transmitted to him or her. It may be as little as 1,000 parts of a blood drop. Repeated use of injections obviously increases the risk or the risk. Our Prophet, peace be upon him, Muhammad, has forbidden the use of excessive or improper medication. He said, peace be upon him, leave aside medicines as long as you can manage without them. He had also forbidden the use of khabath, malicious, which means malicious medicines. The Prophet, peace be upon him, has prohibited people from using khabath, expired and prohibited medicines. Khabath, malicious medicine is any substance that is used for treatment having a significant potential to harm the individual using it. It may be a toxic or a contaminated medicine, for example, from reuse of contaminated syringes and blood or blood products infected with hepatitis B and C. 2. Tattooing. A contaminated needle or instrument from an infected person can transmit the disease to a healthy person getting tattooed. The Prophet, peace be upon him, has forbidden tattooing and declared it haram. There are many sayings, hadith of the Prophet, peace be upon him, in this regard. And one is quoted as reference below from Sahih Bukhari, which is considered to be the most authentic book of the sayings, hadith of Prophet, peace be upon him. Narrated Abu Huraira, a woman who used to practice tattooing was brought to Umar. Umar got up and said, I beseech you by Allah, which if you heard the Prophet saying something about tattooing. I got up and said, O chief of the believers, I heard the Prophet, peace be upon him, addressing the ladies saying, do not practice tattooing and do not get yourselves tattooed. Addiction. Mainline addicts have very high prevalence of hepatitis B and C, and they significantly contribute to the pool of chronic hepatitis in the West. Addiction in all forms is forbidden in Islam. In the Quran, it is stated in reference to drinking, a common practice in Mecca before Islam.